Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, Halloween Happy. If you're new here, my name is Sam. Don't forget to subscribe so that way you are notified when there is a new video, and go ahead and give me a thumbs up. On today's video, I have some more books that I want to share with you. I found these at a couple of thrift shops and I decided to go ahead and haul them before I put them on my bookshelves. So first off, we have these R.L. Stine books, The Babysitter 2. I feel like as a kid, I read more of the Goosebumps than Fear Street. I feel like I just remember the Goosebumps more. Ginny just wants to forget the man who murdered all the babysitters, the man who almost murdered her. He's dead now, and Ginny's gone to visit her cousin Deborah, but Deborah has a babysitting job. And now she's getting those phone calls too, just like the ones Ginny used to get. Hi babes, I'm coming back. Company's coming. So spooky. So this one is Silent Night. Happy holidays, you're dead. Don't listen to the stories they tell you about Fear Street. Wouldn't you rather explore it yourself? If only Reva had listened to that warning. But beautiful, cold Reva won't listen to anyone. Reva thinks she can have whatever and whoever she wants. After all, her daddy owns Dalby department stores. Oh my gosh, this is too funny. Now someone, I can't guys, now someone has some surprises in store for her. Robbery? Terror? Even murder? Someone wants to go treat Reva to a holiday she'll never forget. Holiday cheer quickly turns to holiday cheers for Reva. Someone is stalking her, someone is trying to get to her. Her money can't help her. No one can. After all, who can you turn to when murder comes gift wrapped? Oh, not gift wrapped. Alright, so next we have a few books from the Babysitter's Club, and this one is called Mystery 19. Christy's trailing a treasure with her name on it. In an old history book of Stony Brook, Christy finds a name that really catches her eye. Christina Thomas. The more she reads about Christina, the more excited Christy gets. Turns out that Christina, who was an heiress, disappeared in 1863 when she was just 17. Nobody knows where she went or what happened to the fortune she took with her. Could someone with such a similar name be an ancestor of Christy's? And would that make Christy an heiress too? One thing is for sure, the babysitters are going to track down some answers and maybe even the fortune. Ooh, give me some of that fortune. This one is Mystery 24, Mary Ann and the Silent Witness. Luke Martinez, one of the BSC's newest charges, acts like he doesn't trust his sitters. He's definitely hiding something from them, and he seems afraid to let anyone discover his secret. But Mary Ann and the BSC plan to do just that. They think Luke's secret holds the answer to a mysterious fire at his house and information that could help stop a mean developer from taking over Stony Brook. Can they win Luke's trust before it's too late? Luke, trust them. They know what they're doing. They're the Babysitter's Club. Was anyone else obsessed with the Babysitter's Club movie? I watched it on repeat. It was like my favorite thing when I was a kid. I just pretended I had imaginary friends and I had this little fake Babysitter's Club. Mystery number 32. Claudia and the Mystery and the Painting. Okay, I just gotta say, Claudia was probably like my top 2 because she was so smart, so creative, and I just feel like she really marched to the beat of her own drum. I really appreciated that. Claudia is helping Rebecca Madden prepare to sell her grandmother's house. Grandmother Madden was a famous artist, and finding more of her valuable paintings would help Rebecca and her family a lot. But everybody says it's impossible. Grandmother Madden destroyed all of her paintings before she died. Claudia thinks everyone is wrong, and to prove her theory, Claudia will have to work fast. This one is Babysitter's Little Sister, number 12, Karen's Ghost. If you're selling books, don't put huge stickers on them. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. We get it. Haunted Birthday to You. Karen thinks there's a ghost in her house, but she's never really seen the ghost of old Ben Brewer until now. Karen and her stepsister Christy have found out that Ben Brewer and his spooky friends are going to have a birthday party in her attic on Halloween night. It used to be fun having a ghost around, but now Karen's not so sure. Look at how sweet this little illustration is. They look so happy. And I also wonder whatever happened to the Ivets. Where are they now? This one is probably familiar to some of you. This is The Worst Witch, and this is a book series by Jill Murphy. The book has been turned into a show, I think like 5 different times. The one that I grew up with was the one from 86 and it had Fairuza Balk in it. I guess there was a series on Netflix like a few years ago and it actually had Bella Ramsey in it. I'm gonna have to check that out. Mildred Hubble is the worst witch at Miss Cackle's Academy for Witches. She's always getting her spells wrong, but she manages to get by until she turns Ethel, the teacher's pet, into her deadly enemy. Back to R.L. Stine. Why didn't I show these R.L. Stine books together? How weird. This one is Return of the Mummy. Gabe's a little nervous about being in Egypt, near the ancient pyramids and all those creepy mummies. Then he learns about an Egyptian superstition, a secret chant that is supposed to bring mummies to life. Gabe's uncle says it's just a hoax, but it sounds like something's moving in the mummy's tomb. A few words can't wake the dead, can they? I don't know, I just love all these little pages in the back. They're so fun to look at. So the next one is The Abominable Snowman of Pasadena. Jordan and his sister Nicole are sick of the hot weather in Pasadena, California. Just once, they'd like to have a real winter with real snow. Then it happens. Their family is taking a trip to Alaska, but now they're being chased by a monstrous creature, a big, furry-faced creature known as the Abominable Snowman. This cover of Ghost Camp, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of iconic, like Night of the Living Dummy. Harry and his brother Alex are dying to fit in at Camp Spirit Moon, but the camp has so many weird traditions, like the goofy camp salute, the odd camp greeting, and the way the old campers love to play jokes on the new campers. Then the jokes start to get really serious, really creepy, really scary. First, a girl sticks her arm in the campfire. Then a boy jams a pole right through his foot. Still, they're just jokes, aren't they? What in the world? That sounds frightening. Can we also take a second to appreciate these little goosebump drawings? It's like art right here. So this one is Stay Out of the Basement. Love this cover. Dr. Brewer is doing a little plant testing in his basement. Nothing to worry about. Harmless, he says. But Margaret and Casey Brewer are worried about their father, especially when they meet some of the plants he is growing down there. Then they notice that their father is developing plant-like tendencies. In fact, he is becoming distinctly weedy and seedy. Next time someone asks me how I'm doing, I'm gonna say weedy and seedy. Is it just a part of Dr. Brewer's harmless experiment, or does Dad have more than just a green thumb? I mean, it's more than a green thumb, girls, come on. In the comments, let me know what your favorite Goosebump book is or was. Another R.L. Stine, this one is called It's the First Day of School Forever. On the first day of school, Artie falls out of his bed and hits his head hard. He complains to his mom and she says, "You're just worried about your first day in a new school." Then at breakfast, his little brother Eddie sprays syrup everywhere and Artie has to go to school with syrup hair. On the way there, he gets splashed by a puddle that makes him look like he wet his pants. And that's only the beginning. It's not just the first day of school, it's the worst day of school. This book is by Betty Wren Wright, The Dollhouse Murders. I feel like I might already have this one. It's Waiting. It was just an old dollhouse, hidden away in the attic, collecting dust. Amy didn't know that the dollhouse held a secret, a deadly secret that hadn't been talked about in years. And now, the dolls have decided that Amy should be the one to know the truth about the night of the murder. Dolls, I don't want to know about the murder. Leave me alone and get back in your house. This one is called The Candy Corn Contest by Patricia Riley Giff. I actually do have a copy of this already. It's the hardcover though. It's almost Thanksgiving and Richard Best can't stop thinking about Miss Rooney's candy corn contest. Whoever can guess the exact number of yellow and orange candies in the jar on Miss Rooney's desk gets to keep them all. The only problem is Richard has to read a page in a library book for each guess. Smelly Matthew, who sits in front of him, knows they'll never win. We're the worst readers in the class, he says. Okay, this is triggering. Reading in the class in elementary school, I don't even like reading in public around people. Even reading the backs of these books is quite stressful for me. But let me know if I'm alone. Like, that's when the anxiety started, is when you went around the classroom and they called you by your name and you had to read. This is The House with the Clock in Its Walls by John Bellairs. Also, if you guys have not seen the movie, I highly, highly recommend it with Jack Black. It's one of my favorites, and it's pretty Halloween-y. Louis had always wanted to live in a house like Uncle Jonathan's, full of marble fireplaces and secret passageways, and dozens of unused, unexplored rooms. And living with Uncle Jonathan, a real wizard, was full of fun and surprises. But while Uncle Jonathan practiced funny and comfortable white magic, the original owner of the old house, Isaac Izard, had been an evil sorcerer. He had devised a plan for bringing about the end of the world. Somewhere in the walls of the house he had hidden a clock. Every night Louis and Uncle Jonathan could hear it ticking, marking off the minutes until doomsday. That's gonna wrap it up for this book haul. I hope you guys enjoyed checking out these books, getting a little look at them. If you want, you can follow me on Instagram to join my 100 Days of Halloween Happy. And if you want to support this channel, you can check out my Patreon. Everything is listed down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up, it would mean so much. And as always, thanks for watching. I hope this video finds you having a Halloween happy kind of day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!